the medicine that I work with is Bruje Fuego. So that's another name.
¿Dónde eres? Where are you from?
Yeah. So yo nací en México, en Guadalajara, y ahí me crié como por 8 años de mi vida.
Oh.
En la tierra, jugando, muchas vivencias y experiencias. Y a esa edad ya nos vinimos en un tren, inmigramos a Estados Unidos, cruzamos el cerro a los mediados de los 80s, and literally my father lifted a barbed wire and we crossed through and walked for a whole night through what are the hills of Otay Mesa, Tijuana, San Diego, and I lived for about 10 years in San Diego, Tijuana, the border region. And then I moved up to Los Angeles. So those have been like the 3 major locations that have shaped me and molded me to, you know, where I'm from and who I am, and have taught me a lot of my world perspective and life and experiences.
So your relationship with the earth has always inspired me. And I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about how you relate to the earth, how you think about her, how you practice life with her. I don't know, obviously she is everything, but yeah, if you want to talk about a little bit about your relationship with the earth.
Yeah, you know, I share with Coyote, my child, that, you know, we have our mamas that, you know, have that we have chosen to come through as channels, you know, like my mama, my blood mama, but that we have two mamas, and how we honor them, and is Mama Tierra and Mama Yemaya, Mama Agua, and that they're amazingly so massive and big, and that we need to also take care of them. So, you know, we talk about that. So yeah, you know, since I was a child, I grew up with being around earth and seeds y sembrando, sowing and taking care of the earth, and understanding the earth in relationship to seeds and how that would feed us, and the relationship to the elements of when it would rain, when the sun would come, when it would get cold, or the different changes of season. And from a very young age, I learned to love the smell of earth, the textures. Desde que era una cría, mi mamá y mi papá siempre nos hablaban mucho de la muerte. Y entonces desde una edad muy temprana entendía que hay diferentes dimensiones. Y también se nos hablaba sobre diferentes espíritus, ánimas. So from a very young age I understood y aprendí que estamos simplemente en una dimensión de carne y hueso, you know, and that yo escogí cuándo venir y escogí por dónde venir, for my family. So, you know, I chose that. Y que hice un contrato para hacer eso, like, you know, and you know, that, yeah, like, that when we come, we make a contract of like, all right, I'm choosing so and so as a family, like, you know, I'm coming through this channel for the different reasons, and yeah, you know, and so I chose the blood family that I have, but I'm also in the contract, you know, choosing my relatives, you know, that were connected, and really coming through, you know, like to create new legacies and to heal from generations, you know, of different things. And that because of the work that generations have done in the past, now I'm able to be where I'm at to do the work that they were working, you know, como you know, like when you work with the tierra, la vas trabajando, and the more you do with it, the more then you're able to do and create and grow in it, right? And so creo que diferentes generaciones, diferentes personas, you know, han hecho diferente trabajo para que entonces yo esté pudiendo hacer lo que ahora estoy pudiendo hacer. Que esto no es la única dimensión que es, y también que hay transiciones de vida y muerte, y que todos son fases de existencia, que no es como que uno empieza, uno termina, sino que son fases, que entras, sales, y que regresas si es que necesitas regresar de diferentes formas o en diferente manera. Yeah, I'm able to see so much beauty. And also Yemaya specifically, and bodies of water in general, remind us and remind me and teach me of how powerful they are as a force, and how flexible and adaptable, and that's a very important learning. And how even, you know, like no hay fuerza que te pueda parar, aun cuando intenten. When the water says, okay, that's enough, it goes. No hay nada, you know, even if it's drop by drop, o empieza a incrementar su corriente. Yemaya is powerful in, you know, in its relationship, that it's not isolated from other elements. It's very connected to the moon phases. In terms of tides, how it goes, it comes. Constantemente está bailando, you know. It shares that, and it reminds us how we as human beings also have tides. You know, sometimes high tides, low tides, like, and you know, and that comes in different ways. Whether it's like behavior, like mental well-being, like our own like attitude about stuff, just like life, you know. So it teaches us a lot about that. It also reminds us of how it contains so much, you know, and how powerful it is, and the beings and the different worlds that can coexist in a way that they do. And you know, like in Puerto Rico, there's a story about this being called Wawansex. And Wawansex is a being that calls forth Yemaya, Juracán, which are the winds, like the air and the trees and the water with Yemaya, and the waters from Oshun, the rivers. And they all get together, and they're like, yeah, like, we gotta get together because we're very hurt and upset that human beings are not understanding how to coexist and how to honor. Eso, a mí me encanta ese ser de Wawansex. Y me encanta y me recuerda como, claro, es como, y he estado teniendo muchas conversaciones con más personas en Puerto Rico, especialmente después del huracán que sucedió, you know, and I understand and I value and I, you know, hold space with the intensity of like the hurricanes, you know, that que han sucedido recientemente en you know, the major one in the news of Huracán María. But for me, it's very spiritual. And I honor that, you know, y he estado allá, and there's been, you know, several tropical storms que han llegado, you know, it's been, the weather in its force is amazing. And, you know, Coyote, myself, and more family out there, we've gone out there to honor and do offerings. How beautiful and powerful that is, and the things that we've seen and heard from the elements. In the space where we live, how it's been protected, and the medicine that it does when you honor them and when they know, and how, you know, it's like you know, es como hay un dicho también, dice, si te toca, you know, el dicho es así como, si te toca, te toca, you know, y aunque te pongas y no te toca, like, no te va a pasar nada, you know. And you know, sometimes it's like you, like, I won't fight like the amazing elements. Like, I will surrender to them because they know what they're doing. Y si me toca, you know. And I will go with honor of like, wow, what a viaje to like be able to do this, you know. But I think, it's like, I honor that they know what to do and when to come and how to do it, And it's intense because of how much human beings are pushing these beings and elements to have to take drastic actions to be heard and to be seen, because we've been so disconnected.
Wow.
Yeah, and we need to remember that and honor them. And so for me, that's been really important, and not to be afraid. And I think I've had conversations with people, and how they say, like how they remember how it sounded like when like Huracán Maria came, or Juracán, and they named the scientist or somebody named it Maria, and like how they would say that it sounded like a monster. And I had conversations about like, why would it be a monster? It's a being that actually, like, let's honor. There's rage.
And she can destroy.
Yeah. And it's like, and no one has been paying attention. And so we need to do that, And so instead of continuing to call a monster, let's go make offering and say, we hear you. And, like, aquí estamos, and we will do our part to remember how we need to be in harmony and honor you, Eso sí, like, me hace pensar eso, y eso no quita, todo el trabajo, que se tiene que hacer a nivel político, de, masivo, de movimientos o lo que sea. Pero creo que en mi vida estoy más en el momento de hacerlo en la forma espiritual. Y eso es, like, no, I don't discredit, like, all the work that has to be done on this dimension of as beings, as human beings, and politically with the, structures that we need to build or dismantle, and create. But yeah, I'm more invested and involved in the commitment of working with the elements, because that's actually the legacy in the world and the commitment that I've come to do here, and that I want to share with my child, for them to have that relationship and to know and to not be afraid, not to be afraid. And with Yemaya, it's beautiful because nos enseña, and it's like, Yemaya is amazing of it. It shows you to respect and honor. Yemaya is a mama. She's a mama. It's like, I want, like, y te dice, and it teaches us all so very well also about boundaries. And it's beings around Yemaya to protect her too. And and it's beautiful. It's amazing. She's great. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow. Gracias por todo.
Patitam, paskanitam, patitam, param, patitai, paskanitam, patitai, patah, patitai, patitam, paskanitam, patitam, parah, patitai.